Hello everyone, I'm MVL and that's not your fault. And welcome to the Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition campaign played on Roll20. Man, we're hitting things off with a really interesting scene. Let me move it over to Jonan, our Dungeon Master, to tell us all about it.
Thank you. Okay. Welcome back to the Curse of Strahd, where our heroes, the Silver Stakes, are trapped in the land of Barovia, a land encased in mists and ruled by the cruel vampire Strahd von Sauerwitz. Last time, after Strahd declared that he would destroy the town of Vallaki in 10 days, our heroes got to work on their various tasks, but were delayed by an attack from the Vistani assassin Aragon. Whilst you were able to deflect his attack in a manner that inspires the other Vistani to join the fight against Strahd, your companion Esmeralda had to use a magic only known to the Vistani, one that comes at a cost. She is temporarily blinded. After consulting some werewolves seeking to asylum, you've used Maldras magic to cure all except 2 of the werewolves, Lewis and Zulekia, who now accompany you to defeat the current leader of their clan, Kirill, who has gone mad, obsessed with killing the boy, in his own words. Before you go to the werewolf den, you stop by an ancient tower that used to be the home of an ancient mage, a place where Esmeralda suspects her mentor might be hiding. The group managed to explore the tower without too much trouble, save for wards who did end up falling through one of the floors and for about 20 feet and ended up being buried under rubble, which dealt an even worse blow, equal by the blow to the DM's guild when he realized he had got the dice formula wrong. Sorry.
Fine, it's only 2d6, right? Oh wait. It's fine, it's the bruise my ego needed.
There's something weird about this tower, y'all. That's what it was.
Magic. Woo!
But now, at the top of the tower, just as you began to explore the room, the only seemingly inhabited room in this entire tower, you are greeted by a new guest, the fake Bloodied Crow, who has helped you countless times. It is the 9th day, and he is standing before you, and he only has one question. And he only has one question for you all. Why are you here?
Oh, so you're doing the voice then? Okay. Well, we have quite a pickle.
I'm just nudging Esmeralda from behind, just like, go on.
He smiles again. Is it? That voice, I do not recognize it. Why don't you speak some more so I get engaged for it? And the figure just seems to be staring blankly at them and goes, I see you're still as jovial as ever, but seriously, why are you here?
For want of anyone else, I will speak up and say, a condensed version then. Strahd intends to destroy Vallaki in 10 days, and we need in 9 days now, actually, and we need your help. Simply put.
Also, we knew this was like a tower of a mage, and we were kind of hoping for like some spellcasting components. But I guess you live here now, so they're yours, so I'm just gonna stop talking.
I'm afraid any components the mage had, aside from that armor, have all disappeared due to time. That said, and as to the other matter, I know all about... As for the other matter, I know what Strahd intends. He bellowed it so loud anyone could have heard. But why you think I could help you is anyone's guess.
Why don't you drop the voice? It'll be a lot easier.
I don't know what you're talking about. At which point you suddenly hear Esmeralda and Akko goes, and when you all turn to her, she speaks up. I'm sorry, I was waiting to humor it for so long, but I just wish I could see what you look like right now, just to see if it was really worth the voice. Come on, how long do you plan to keep this up? It must be murder on the throat. There is a long pause. And then the bloody crow lets out a quiet grunt. Very well. The mask has served its purpose. He reaches up to adjust his hat, and something strange happens.
The pog
The
changes.
The form shifts and shimmers, and you see that the form change seems to have been triggered by the hat that he is adjusting on top of his head. And if I can just find what I'm looking for here.
Oh, I hit my head really hard. Did he just change?
Is that Doc Brown?
Oh,
So,
oh,
you recognize...
Sorry, you go ahead.
Okay, I will say that now. You recognize the features as the storyteller that was in the Blue Water Inn the first time you went there, Rick Tavio. However, in contrast to that jovial figure, this man is he's standing up tall, very straight in his posture. His look a lot more stoic, and he seems to be dressed in a very neat looking coat and trousers, which it would look like a suit if it wasn't for the wear and tear that shows that he's been through quite a lot. He looks at you and goes, Rudolph Van Richten, professional monster hunter. I must say, I'm surprised to see you again, Esmeralda. I thought we agreed to part ways whilst we still had a friendship.
Still really cool. What a guy. Can I retroactively insight check him about the materials? I didn't want to interrupt the sequence.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Thank you.
And
keep going, I'll just roll my dice.
Esmeralda, yeah, as you're doing that, Esmeralda chocolate goes, well, I thought I'd make an exception when I heard that you had gone to a mysterious cursed land and never returned. Just wanted to see if you're okay, that was all. I see you're the same as ever, though, so you must be doing something right. And in response to your insight check, he seems to be telling the truth. You get the sense that he was also slightly annoyed that there weren't any components here either. But he then steps to he then steps to one side and goes, well, I don't know how exactly I can help you. If you'd be able to make any use of my help. I've been watching your group for some time, and you're, how should I put it?
Oh no.
A mixed bag.
You mean we're terrible? I get that. Well, Seth is really good. Have you seen Seth? Seth is like the front runner. So take that, and then just imagine we're all that level. We're not, but imagine.
He sighs and just goes, oh, you have the problem. In terms of raw strength and skill, you are beyond compare. I'm sure even one-on-one I wouldn't be a match for you. But, and this is the problem, none of you have any form of tactics. Just to take one example.
Yeah.
I mean, I beg to differ, because usually what we do is we hit things till they stop moving. That is a valid tactic.
It's been working very well thus far.
He saw...
Tactic.
the first time I observed you, you were escorting the young lady, Irina was it, to the safety of Valaki, whereupon you encountered Strahd. I was able to use his ability to clearly taunting you and unable and was not taking it seriously. Both the half-orc and your paladin friend charged straight at him, abandoning the rest of your party. That led to your cleric over there being mauled by wolves to the point that the woman you were escorting had to get involved, which allowed Strahd to go straight for her. If I hadn't been there, he would have been able to get his hands on her much earlier. And that's not the only time, he says, looking this time in Jean's direction. You had a weapon that could have defeated Strahd, and instead of using it more wisely, you flashed it in front of his face, practically advertising yourself as a big threat, knowing full well that he has magic that could easily counter it. This is not the first time you've encountered Strahd. I don't know why it never occurred to you that he might have more tricks than just standing there and getting hit.
And we should have matching tabards with a symbol of a stake. Am I the only one? No.
He just
inappropriate.
I'm silent for a moment, and then I step forward and I say, All right then. If you consider yourself in a position to judge us, then render your aid to Valaki and teach us what we lack. Otherwise, I have no reason to see you as anything more than wind.
I mean, you're a monster hunter, right? You can help us.
Can't trust all monster hunters. Crowley was one
Yeah,
too.
why are you wearing the mask? What? I'm so confused.
He sighed. Well, one of the things is knowing your enemy. Let me just ask you something. When you first entered Barovia, did Strahd mysteriously appear in front of you, perhaps in disguise?
Yeah.
It may have happened.
I mean, it wasn't mysterious at the time. We didn't know that we were here, and he was just some dude on the road.
He nods. Well, Strahd has this, or at least he used to, have a fixation on the idea of everything being a game. As such, he can sense people coming and going into his realm, and that Vistani fortune teller who provides information to anyone who asks, and he has he can pretty much pinpoint exactly when the new arrivals come into his realm. So he gauges them, sees what fun he can have. After that, he works like a game player, seeing what little nudges he can do, what little tricks he can play in order to get people to snap, to turn on each other, to fall into his games. Because of that, I decided to mess with him. He points to a ring on his finger. This protects my mind, meaning he can't read it. And I decided to trick him. He was already giddy about the thought of fighting the legendary vampire hunter Rudolf van Richten. So I decided to make him uneasy by introducing someone he wasn't prepared for. The Bloody Crow. The big monster hunter all the young people are talking about. It's a foolish idea, but it allows me to make Strahd uneasy. After all, if you believed you had full control over the realm, what would annoy you more? What would frustrate you more than someone actively hindering your plans who you had no idea who he was or where he came from?
I mean, that's good, but you didn't hinder him enough for him to threaten to burn everything down in 10 days. So, I guess we win that one.
He sighed.
You might have heard the game's over at this point.
He said, I'm well aware of that. I didn't expect. That, and if you can take pride in pissing off of someone large enough that you put the entire population of a town in danger, then congratulations on your victory.
So, do you know anything about the Amber Temple?
He sighs. I know it's meant to be the place where Strahd obtained his power from. However, I've yet to be there personally myself. From what I can tell, the mountains themselves are a pretty harsh climate. And I was also biding my time. The reason I was in that town was because I was trying to get some information. I had heard about an order of ravens, the keepers of the feather, as they were called in rumors. I was trying to get in close and find out about them, see if they could offer me any information. Although I will freely admit, he said as adjusted his cane, you lot have been more successful on that front. I will grant you this. Whilst your victories haven't been tactical, you have at least made positive gains.
One for us, I guess.
Well, I really, do you want us to just leave then? I don't, like, you seem to be against Strahd, and we're against him, so, like, you know?
Make me a persuasion roll.
This is gonna be hilarious. -2, bitches!
That could be worse.
9!
He thought, well, it matters not. I'll be leaving this place soon anyway.
Wait,
I have to
you can
rethink,
leave?
Mr.
Could we just leave? Is that a thing we can do?
I meant the tower.
Want to leave.
I meant leaving the tower.
Oh. I sink back into a corner.
I'm as much as trapped here as you are now, but I need to rethink my strategy. You may go about doing whatever it is you do. But I need to operate in the shadows for now. I work better alone.
As he says that, I'm going to say what it seems to me is that you operate better talking, but you operate better hearing the sound of your own voice by the seam of it. But if you so wish to go off on your own, then I at least ask one favor. You are a magic sword, correct?
I know a few spells, yes.
There is a man in Vallaki who needs the help of someone more trained than we. A great mage from beyond these borders. We tried to bring him from the madness that plagues him. We tried and nearly succeeded. And I suspect perhaps you might be able to do more for him.
He strokes his chin saying this. I can totally investigate this for you. Do you by any chance know the mage's name?
Mordenkainen.
At this, for the first time since he was talking, you actually see his eyes widen a little. He just goes, I'm sorry, who?
It's who he claims to be, at least. He is not within his right mind, but the name came to him when we were nearly successful.
At this, you see him now. He's stroking his chin much more fervently, saying, yes. Well, then, Kaiden, yes, that would be a great tactical advantage if we could get him back. Yes. I think I will pay him a visit. I may have to adjust my disguise, though. He said, like,
I can help you
those
out
two
there.
bloody...
I can help you out. Take this.
No.
Incognito disguise. It's
He
worked
looks at you.
flawlessly for me.
I'm gonna raise
Adjust his
my
hat.
hand and say, "What? I think he's got this."
He adjusts his hat and shifts back into the bloody crow outfit, saying, "I have my own methods."
Alright, but seriously, you just walking off like this is absolute madness. We are on the same side. We should have some way to keep in contact with each other. If you're gonna plan and clearly demonstrate the fact that we are incapable of such, we could really use your help. We do plan to take down Strahd.
I mean, there's a guy in Vallaki who has a sending stone that we're connected to.
And I'll add to that. Perhaps there is merit to what you say, but until you show your willingness to actually confront this problem, I am not willing to believe it. Whether our tactics are in line or not, we have had a measure of success, and now at least we have some way of predicting what Strahd will do. If nothing else, we intend to take his foundations out from beneath him. Perhaps I do not care for our first face-to-face interaction, but you are still an ally. For whatever that's worth.
One of you make me a persuasion roll with advantage.
I have +6 to that, so I'll do it.
I mean, you did the talking most of it, so go for it.
With advantage because the others are assisting you in this.
21.
He nods. You know, I am an old man. And kind of stubborn. You are right in the sense that the game has changed. And as I've admitted before, you've had some successes. It might be worth working with some people. It might be worth working with another person again. If nothing else, if we can pull all the pieces together, you might have a chance. He starts to... he moves back towards the... lift below, and he said, I will meet the Vallaki. I will meet with the I will meet with the others and see what I can pull up. Next time you return to town, I should be able to... we should have some sort of a plan together.
Are you taking Esmeralda? Is he taking Esmeralda?
Funny you should say that. He does look back to
sorry.
Esmeralda. Oh, sorry. He looks back to Esmeralda and goes, Esmeralda, from what I can tell, you don't appear to be in much fighting condition. Perhaps it would be better if you came with me this time. He holds out a hand, and Esmeralda chuckles and goes, well, I guess there's no better time to catch up, I suppose. He saws and takes it and goes, well, I also do have to guide you away from the saber-tooth tiger outside. It doesn't like Vistani. Train that way.
He got out okay? That's so great.
Indeed. In fact, he is currently distracting the 3 werewolves you had outside.
Should we go save them, guys? We should probably go save our werewolves.
It's at that point that what was just said hits John, and he just, oh.
Worry not.
I need you to intervene.
Nice. Worry not. It's just running circles around the forest, trying to get their attention. One of the first rules of tactics is being able to gauge when your enemy has an advantage, and well, I'm not a fool to think that a tiger can take on 3 werewolves. Just saying. So, and the Molly Crow. So, as he also yells out, "If you can get that armor to move, it's yours." And with that, with these
are there any more traps here?
The thing is, he can't really slam the door in our face because he's like going down a slow elevator. So it's like, are there any traps here? Yeah. No.
Yeah, it would be great. Yeah, it would be a bit more graceful, but the lift is clunky and slow, so it's just so it's him trying to be gracefully descending down the lift, but you can still hear the.
Goodbye, friend.
Oh, the chopper wave, nice. So I'll glance at the armor and say, well, that's something. Would someone more versed in this than I care to take a shot at it?
I think we already did some checks last session.
Search it for runes, like I don't know, investigation check or something. Would
Didn't
that be?
it have something
written inside?
Yeah, I recall.
Last time you did some checks, you found that there were runes inside it, and you know it's some form of magic, but this is the first time you've learned that it has the capability of moving. That's about as far as you got with the investigation last time.
Step forward. Suit of armor, step forward.
There's no response.
Do that,
okay. As Amir speaks up, there's probably some sort of code word we have to say first.
I mean, could we peek in a little bit more? Does somebody have like a mirror or something that we can stick inside and like have a better look at the runes themselves? Maybe the command word is just like written there.
Command: banana, apple, house,
password 1,
tower, wizard, bloody crow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We'll get there.
Okay, anyone can make an investigation check or an arcana check if they want to.
I would like to assist. Investigation is bad for me, and arcana, I think both of us are not the best, Meldreth and me.
No, I'll do an arcana even though it's terrible.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It wasn't a 1.
Okay, I'll roll my own 1.
Okay. Meldreth, this magic is sort of beyond what you're used to. With the investigation between you, Seth, you discover that the runes do in fact spell something akin to Elvish, some kind of an Elvish, but it's all mixed in with some magical incantations around it. But so you're not really 100% sure. You know that there are some kind of words in there. You're not very specific. Eldrin, you look inside and you can see that it is definitely key to animate on a command word. You looked at it looks to be a series of about 6 characters, and you can recognize some of them from some of the. It's all mixed in for the anime. So can you speak Elven? That's a good.
I
can
speak Elvish.
Yeah, I think I can speak Elven as well.
Yeah, between the two of you managed to get that. There's the first word is a K. The second letter is an H, and the middle word is like an M, or at least the equivalent of it. So it's like the first part of the word is ka.
Sorry,
the
keep
first
going,
part is ka. The first part of the command word is a car word, and the ending part of it is a nut sound, but you're not 100% sure what the middle bit is.
Hmm.
Would Maldrath have any idea, because of his heritage, what the word could be?
Make me an intelligence roll.
Oh, Lord.
We have nobody smart, do we? Seth?
Mm-mm. We don't have an arcane caster among us.
Wait, I'll help. Roll with advantage.
It's just be my attention modifier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind me.
Elder, you think about it for a while. You're scrolling back through all the heritage, all the knowledge, and then you suddenly remember Casimir mouthing off at the beginning of the tower, and you remembered, oh right, the mage here was named Kazam, wasn't he?
That's how it's spelled.
Oh, that makes sense.
I step back and let Maldrath do the thing.
Please don't let it be a flash of lightning and stuff as well.
I might perhaps stand to the side in case it does something crazy.
Yep, same.
Can Casimir back out of the room, maybe, or like somewhere safe?
I mean,
Casimir
there's
Casimir don't give a
six
shit.
of us.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
Okay, so I'll just say the word directed at him. Was it
Kazam.
Kazam?
At the response, the armor, the glowing runes inside it glows bright blue, and it goes takes a step forward, and then turns towards you, Maldrath, and just stands there.
You got a magical suit of armor.
I'll add the suit of armor. I'll ask it if it can speak.
The suit of armor just goes.
I see. Well, I mean, we got this thing now, I guess.
Is there a hidden stash that you know about in here? A
The
secret?
suit of. It just stands there.
I will relay the question.
Still just stands there.
Tell it to point to anything secret here.
Again, I'll just relay that.
It stares around, looks around, and then points to a small treasure chest by the end of the bed there.
Ooh!
Wasn't that
Did
trapped?
we not see that?
Yeah, well, I think I was gonna open it, and then everything happened.
Oh, that's right.
Is it trapped? Ask him if it's trapped. It's probably trapped. Don't
Also,
ask him.
is
It's...
it-
For expediency, I'll say you relay it, and it still
Also,
doesn't
is it-
respond.
Okay, can it tell us if it's from Kazam or if it's from the Bloody Crow?
Again, no response.
Ugh.
I will say from the Arcana check as well, it's only it only really responds to commands rather than actively like it had the commands to
Nods,
find something
if it's
secret and it pointed in.
Alright, so... How should we do this? It's...
In response to nod if it Kazam, it just goes.
Oh, well.
It's definitely trapped. Should we just chuck it out, chuck it off the top of here and it'll break? And then we can get what's in
And
it?
it'll probably break whatever's in it as well. I mean, just
Yeah,
pointing
that's
that one out.
that's the issue. In character, I'll say, all right, won't stand back. You've already endured enough wrongdoings to your body today.
You could just check it for traps first before you go and spring it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but actually, that's a fair point. I'll nod and say, Seth, we can assist each other.
Okay, maybe it. Check for traps, whichever one of you is going to roll.
I think Seth is better at this than me.
Is it perception or investigation?
Investigation, I think it would be.
Yes, I believe so.
Ah.
Thankfully, you take one quick look at it, and then you realize it's unlocked.
I'll flip the lid.
Yeah. You flip the lid open, and bizarrely enough, you find a Vistani head inside.
Delightful.
What?
It's
I beg your pardon?
it is just a Vistani head inside, which appears to have had some lotions poured over it in order to preserve it for a while. But yeah, it's still there.
Wait, is this sort of like Mimir sort of thing? I'm gonna say hello. I don't know.
It doesn't respond. It's dead.
Is it someone we know?
No. It's not anyone you recognize. It is literally just the head of a Vistani.
Would I be able to check it to see if I could determine how long it's been dead for?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it an illusion? That's how I'd protect my stuff.
I'll say Maldraft, make an investigation check with advantage since this is your area of expertise.
I thought that was a natural 20.
Almost.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, insight would have been better. But...
Yeah. Actually, yeah, maybe insight. I would have. Oh well. I'll say you look at it. You can tell that it's been used oils to preserve it, so it's actually kind of hard to narrow it down exactly. But you can tell that it definitely was something that happened in. You want to say a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago. It's certainly not an. It's not long dead. It was killed. With recent times is what I'll say.
When I asked the suit of armor, it's like, did you see who put that there?
It doesn't respond.
Nod if you see who put that there.
Is this a vampire's head?
Nod if it's a vampire's head.
We're gonna have so much fun with this suit of armor.
I'm gonna pick up the head.
You pick it up, and it's solid. You're now holding the head of a Vistani in your hands.
Is there anything below the head?
Yeah.
Nope, it's just that head and some claw.
Is there a false bottom? I'm sorry, we're
Maybe.
really
Yeah.
focusing on this chest.
Make me an investigation check.
Ah, bloody fucking hell.
I mean,
I
I really don't
tip
know
it
how to
over.
tell you this.
I tip it over.
There was. You tip it over. There was only the dead head inside, some cloths, and that's it. It was really just the dead head.
I mean, I
Is
think we
the
asked
chest
for,
an illusion?
I think we asked for secrets.
No,
So
the chest is real.
I think the original question was there any secrets here, and this is a secret, right? We didn't ask for magical stuff. So, yeah.
But still,
I'm
like,
just gonna.
this
just
Mr.
gonna
Rick
look at
is a weirdo.
I'm gonna look at the chest and just shake my head and say, "That seems about par for the course of this place."
Ward shakes the head he's holding.
It's a bit disgusting. It's still edgy. You think something's fallen off. You don't care to question what.
Well, at least the armor can come along and help us fight the werewolves, right?
Oh, before it slips my mind, I will ask the armor, it's like, can you leave this tower?
There is a pause, and it then walks on to the platform, and then the lift starts taking it down. So
Oh, wait.
it appears to have interpreted your question as a command, and is now trying to leave the tower.
I'll command it to wait when it gets to the bottom. Step off the lift though, so it can come back up.
Yeah, good. Good shout.
This is gonna be great.
You don't want to fall down there. It is not a good feeling.
There is a long, there's like a long pause, And then, much to your relief, you see the lift slowly coming back up towards you.
Oh, it went 404. Command not found.
Alright, noted down. I've got to be careful with these commands and questions. This could get sticky pretty quick.
And it was Kadabra, was it?
Close enough.
Yeah. Anyone can do it.
Don't know. It might just be like a one-person thing, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
That
Do
should
I
maybe be
need?
the next?
Do we need this head?
Probably not, but we should really lay it to rest. It's pretty disrespectful just waving it around like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't gonna football kick it or anything. I'm just saying. We don't need to tape this.
No, I don't think so.
At this point, Kazan maybe started saying, I think I've seen enough disgusting stuff, and I've also had enough of that bloody mage's arrogance, so I'm going to go on ahead. You can join me if you wish. He says, stepping towards the left.
I joined.
Yeah, I'm going to, and I'll just say, I suppose for your question, Lord, you might as well put it back where you found it.
Well,
This
I guess
bloody
we should
place.
bury it another time. It is preserved, I guess.
Maldrath will reluctantly just agree just because he doesn't want people running off without him and getting potentially killed.
We've got stuff to do. We better head on out. Oh.
Oh my god.
Should have seen that one coming ahead of time.
Hey.
Suddenly, the entire tower collapses. It's such a tragic loss of life.
Astonishingly, it only does 2d6 damage.
I like the interpretation that because Ward fell more than 50 feet, he took more damage, because that's medically in actual terms, that is the height from which you can fall and have a 50-50 chance of just exploding when you hit the ground.
Okay.
It was
so
more
we
that
should
it was
leave.
okay. To clear this up once and for all.
No, we know what happened.
Doesn't need
We know
any.
what happened.
Doesn't
It's
need any
fine,
clearing.
It's
It's fine. It's fine. Let's just move on.
We're just ribbing on you. We're just ribbing on you because we love you. Let's go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so with that, you all start making your way out of the tower. You see that Esmeralda's caravan is now being led away by Van Richten, and you also see the three. After a short wait, you see the three werewolves come back. I go. If I run towards you, goes. Are you all right? We heard something. We heard someone was stalking the trees outside. We didn't know if you were. By the time we turned back, we saw the door open. And what is that? She's pointing to the suit of armor, which is now just following behind you.
This is our new friend. I'm gonna call him Clankers. He's, he works for us now.
I was gonna go for commando.
and I'll pipe up and say, what you saw was the pet companion of the resident of the tower. I believe you just saw him leave.
There was a long pause, and then Lewis, the male werewolf, turns towards Alakir and goes, "We teamed up some very crazy people, haven't we?"
Yes, you
Actually, he's very sweet, and don't give him catnip.
That was the perfect answer to that statement.
The werewolf just stares there in confusion and goes, if you're talking about the armor, I wasn't planning to.
No, the pet. The pet.
Also bored.
And so, with all of that chaos finally behind you, you now decide to take the with your new companion in tow, slightly down a caravan, so you're gonna have to walk the rest of the way. You then decide to. You then remember. You then begin investigation of the lake. As you remember, Lily had mentioned that on the other side of this lake, in the mountains, is roughly where the werewolf den is located. With that, your party begins to search around. You see that with everything that happened in the tower, it's now getting on to about early afternoonish, and the light is slowly starting to appear around the mountains. And someone make me a survival check.
I assist.
I'm
I
not.
have,
Okay.
a plus,
Oh, go
I have a
for it.
plus. I have a +7 survival though. I don't know if yours is higher.
Oh no, mine's 6.
All right.
So I'll assist you.
Thank you.
I was going to say I'm not terrible at these, but I'm outclassed.
Hey.
Okay. You actually have a pretty good team. Like the lake is about let's see, the lake is like it's not as large as Lake Barovia was. It's only about a mile wide in total. But as you walk around the edge, all of you have between Keldrick's knowledge of nature, Seth's ranger abilities, and Lily and Zarekia helping you, providing you with directions, you're able to actually traverse around the lake pretty quickly. And it's not long before you come round through the forest towards.
As we're walking there, before we get somewhere where Lily and Zalekia are like, okay, we're getting close now, you guys. Before that happens, I go like, so should we do tactics?
Softer people in the back, bigger people at the front.
We're gonna go with that blob of killing thing again.
Okay.
What do we know what we're walking into? Could we scout ahead?
I mean, I could try. I only have one more animal form in me, though.
At this point, Lily speaks up as well, saying, if what Zulakia said is true, then there might be fewer werewolves than previous, but they still will have very good sense of hearing and smell. So if we are going to take the stealthy approach to this, we
Clank.
cannot afford any mistakes.
Clank.
I mean,
Yes.
we literally have a very good distraction over there.
Can I tell which direction the wind's blowing currently? So is it blowing towards the camp or away from it?
At the moment, it seems to be blowing away from it, more towards the southwesterly direction.
Well, that'll dampen the smell somewhat.
Okay, so I can turn into something small, like a cat or something, and just go and look around.
I'll raise a finger and say, were you not one of our heartier members, I would be more alright with that. But going ahead alone, sending you ahead alone does not sit well with me.
Well, here's a novel idea. I learned a lot when I was away from regular society, out in the woods and doing my thing of loneliness and all of that stuff, you know. And I learned some stuff, you know, like talking to animals. But I can also see through the eyes of animals. It's a weird technique I picked up, a gift from Shantae, along with the other power. I could see through your eyes in beast form, I imagine, and alert anyone if anything bad comes around so we could get there quickly.
I'd love to go as a bird to like give you a better view, but I don't think I can change into anything flying.
That's alright, none of us can either.
Mhm.
I'll say to Zulekia
Again,
specifically,
don't mind me, just misclicking.
Fair enough.
when we enter this place, is there any mercy you would prefer us to show your people? Exactly how many of them are too far gone?
I thought we were cutting off the head of the snake. You get the crazy boss guy. Maybe the rest of them come back to senses.
Right. I forgot that out of character.
Yeah, there was a pause, and Lily says, "As far as I'm concerned, kill all of them." Ekia speaks up and unfortunately, if even I could spare them, they would be. It would be hard to convince them, especially when they go feral. However, there are also children being kept out prisoners. They're going through training, so if there is anyone you want to spare whilst inside, that might be a good call.
I'll nod and then mentally seemingly within myself, but not entirely, I'll say to the other presents accompanying me, are you with me on this one?
I mean, so we're just charging in again. Oh, okay.
I think it's a big circular blob of murder.
With a big clanky guy.
For more murder.
To be fair, he doesn't smell as much as we do. He might be able to use him as a bit of a distraction.
I smell really, really bad, actually. You could use that as a distraction. Like, I have not washed.
There's a lake, like, right there.
Oh, I know. I take it as a sign of pride.
Okay.
At this point, Casimir rubs his head and goes, as charming as this is, I will stay back for this one, just in case something goes wrong. But I will say this. Decide whether or not you want to take the armor with you. It might be good additional guard for me and the supplies here while you're...
That's a fair point. Also, is my question to my sword answered?
But, the sword is not responding to you at the moment.
Okay, I mean, let's fucking go.
Your
Wait,
sword is
I completely forgot. If I focus for 10 minutes, I can tell how many of my favorite enemies are in the local vicinity.
Okay.
I'll read that a minute and I'll do that.
Okay.
Your sword's a dick.
Once we get closer.
Yeah,
I will-
concentrate 1 minute.
I will command the
Any
suit
of my
of armor.
favorite enemies are within 5 miles per group. I sense the number, general direction, distance, and type of favorite enemy.
Okay. And your favorite enemy is wolves, correct? Or...
Humanoids and the werewolves more
Okay.
specifically.
All right. So, specifically, from the smell you can gather, there's you focus and by judging the tracks, keeping in mind, tracks, smells, keeping in mind all the knowledge you've accumulated, and also from your deep instinctual sense, you get the impression that, in terms of werewolves, you can detect that there's about, you feel like you want to say roughly 10 in all. It's a little bit difficult to gauge, especially when you can see some regular wolf tracks mixed in amongst them. Judging from the number, you want to guess that there's an additional 7 regular wolves, but you can't really... But it's a little difficult to judge on that front. So, put it all together, there's roughly 17 creatures inside.
Is that plus or minus the kids?
Probably doesn't include them.
Can you tell?
Oh, what, the children? Maybe a survival
imagine-
check on top of that.
Well, so while he's doing this minute, I feel like we should be quizzing the werewolf lady about, are there traps? Are there fortifications? Do they usually have scouts out? Like that kind of...
Okay. First off, in terms of the survival check, it's really hard to tell. You imagine that you see a couple of tracks, but you imagine that the werewolves probably just sort of carried the children inside. And you think about it, you don't know if some of the children have been converted yet or not. So you don't know if how many of the children have been converted and how many are just regular humans at this point. But you know that you can tell that there's probably some inside. When you ask this question to Zalekia. I mean, I don't know how Kiril's running things, but there probably will be at least 2 scouts near the front of the entrance. They'll mostly be focusing on sight and smell rather than sight. Meanwhile, if I'm one of our older members who can tame wolves, he'll be deeper in the caverns. As for the others, they'll probably act as soon as the noise is heard.
So,
MVL
y'all, we
can't...
can try and bottleneck them.
Is
Yeah,
there anything in particular we could use to draw Carol out on his own?
You?
I think, yeah, we'll just bring him out when we get there. MVL can't remember if he still has it, but if he does, Ward will be looking at that stuffed animal on the mention of the kids.
That was the werewolf face before, wasn't it? That is this dude.
Yes. You still have the stuffed animal, I believe. At least,
on the mention of
the shopkeeper about it, but
on the mention of the children not being turned yet, he looks at it with a little bit of hope, but then puts it away again.
Ward, can you do that beast sense thing only on animals that you like touch that are there, or can you like slip into the mind of one of the wolves inside?
I've never tried it on a wolf. Normally it would have to be something that is okay with staying still for at least 10 minutes or so while I figure it out. Also, I kind of did have a little bit of a tumble, you guys might not have noticed, a little while ago.
Oh, right. We're back outside now.
I'm really not doing so well.
Do you want a short rest? As we're doing planning, can we short rest?
I will say, I'll say, yeah, you can do a short rest for about an hour if you wish. I will say you'll do this while discussing tactics, so I'll include this with the 10 minutes you've taken to do the focusing.
Discussing tactics.
We'll show that guy what tactics really are.
Yeah.
John
We're just gonna
hates
go
to
charging
admit
it anyway.
John hates to admit it, but that guy made a point.
But like it worked out.
Just keep hacking and stuff dies. Although,
and the thing is, we have no sneaky people, so like the whole surprise angle is pretty much pointless with our party.
When we faced the undeads, we lost villagers, and that was my fault. I got tunnel vision, went after stuff, and I think, and it's hard for me to admit, we've all grown a little bit in our actually shockingly short time together, but eye-opening time together we've had. So, I think we'll be more prepared to look after each other and when we do this.
I'll nod and say, if nothing else, I intend to exercise more caution for the sake of those children. I've come close enough to being responsible for the loss of one, and I've caused the loss of another already. And I'd rather like not to do that again.
I hate
That's
people.
for you, Ward. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, buddy.
Also, once we're done with the short rest, let me know if you need any more. I've still got some level 1 healing words that I can top you up with.
I need lots of healing.
Yeah, I can top you up.
How many hit die are you going to be using?
I don't know.
You're up
Have
a total of 31 now between those two casts.
And you're at 20 before, so that, let's see. Yeah, that brings you over.
I have myself on 35 now. I think I was on 21 and then I gained 6 and 6. I think.
Isn't there? Oh, no, never mind.
You get 14 from mine.
Oh, okay. I did not take that into account.
Oh yeah, and
level
Maldra
2.
afterwards as well. So
Yeah, 17 for mine.
That puts me. Oh, I've screwed it up. What am I on? I took damage instead of heal that
52.
one.
okay, you started at 21. You gained 17 from the Maldraff, and you gained 13 overall from Seth.
Someone said 52. That sounds about right. Someone can tell me how wrong I am in maths later.
It's 21 plus 31, so yeah.
Yeah, still feeling those effects. I'm like, just
How are those
over-
hit dice? How are those hit dice looking, buddy?
how many have I used? Like, did we have a long rest recently? I don't know. If
Uh,
I've used
you
any.
have
no.
half your total levels in hit dice on a long rest.
Right.
Yes.
So
I
you
put-
have
And
so
you-
you have at least 3.
Okay, I'll use 3d12.
And
Okay.
that's plus your con to each, so
And plus come the reads. Yeah, that should push you back in the more healthier side of things.
oh yeah.
Okay. So you enter an hour into the woods discussing tactics, trying to assess the situation. Silver stakes. What is going to be your plan of actually going forward?
Another 6 from me if you're still not topped up.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. That puts me at max because there was plus 12 con on top of that.
There you go.
Okay, so in character as we're looking down at the lair, I'll say to Seth, if we're planning on drawing these people out, do you suppose we should take out the guards on the front and use that as a first warning?
Honestly, guys, how do you think they're gonna react if we just march Clanky in there and just have him stand in the middle of the clearing doing nothing?
I mean, if I was them, I would have some sort of pit near the cave, and then we would just march into it, and then they would kill us. So I'm not sure we should just trot over.
Yes, Mr. Clanky!
Clankers is
There was a
that mostly they're going to do is maybe pour him and try and destroy it. They're not really then going to come for us. Maybe we should just, well, I can lay some form of trap and we can bring them towards us.
Steps forward and says, if you're going to use the traps, don't try and dig in a pit. It's hard bedrock. That's why
No,
we haven't been...
I thought they would dig traps. That's fine. We're not going to dig traps. That's smart guy stuff.
says, Zulekia goes, we got that, but again, it's bedrock. We don't have anything to dig into it.
Okay.
So there are no traps at all that you know of?
As far as I'm aware of, no. All we've done is lay stuff on the ground to try and make it easier for us to hit people coming.
Nice traps, okay.
I'll nod at that and say, if we lay some sort of trap, Seth, I suppose you and I can handle taking out their forward scouts from a distance.
As long as I can see them, I'll be able to hit them.
So you're gonna try and lure some of them out, and when they just don't come back, some others are gonna come, and when they don't come back, some others are gonna come. Is that the plan?
The moment any kind of combat happens, the others will definitely hear it, even if they're not alerted by the ones we take down. They have extremely good hearing. They will come exactly where the noise came from.
So clankers.
I mean, I suppose we could just get clankers just to walk straight forward and see who
Then we
comes
flank
out.
them.
Yeah, and if they go to investigate and or attack, we can just unload on them.
Okay.
Clankers equals flankers.
I see that, yes. And so with that, with your plan set in motion, you call out to... I can't believe it. This is official. You call out to Clankers and officially begin into moving forwards towards a werewolf den. Seeing it now in the distance, as you're coming up the mountains, you can see the glow of torches illuminating the cavern entrance. And it's almost like someone's playing a divine plank as you're coming up to the cave, and the entrance has a canopy above it, held up by large columns of rock, which make it look like you're about to enter the jaws of the beast. And as you carefully approach...
Watching out for them noise traps.
Yes, watching out for them noise traps, you carefully approach. You now have your plan. You just hope that it's going to work. And that is where we're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Before we get into combat, I need to use the restroom.
And just when you thought it was safe to have a cup of tea, if you're watching this on a YouTube premiere or afterwards, there's going to be no break. It's going to go straight into the next part with magic of editing. Woo! Okay. And there we are, back from no doubt no expenses spare transition, which is probably just a straight cut or a crossfade, but okay, we're back. There was no break. We're going straight into the action. Jonan, Dungeon Master, take it away.
Alrighty, and just give me a second for the...
I've got my sugary snacks for panic eating. Everything is prepared.
Ooh, this is a big map. So, my Roll20 does not like it.
1 second. I mean, in fairness, no one's Roll20 liked it. There was a glitch that actually caused this map to not load for a while. But anyway, okay, so you are approaching the werewolf den. As I said, in a manner that would be a bit over the top if this was created and not naturally formed in the context of this world. You are outside a cave that looks like the jaws of a wolf. So, are you sticking with the plan to sending clankers in first, or?
We're coming in from upwind. No, downwind. The one that's good.
Downwind.
Okay.
Thank you.
So in that case, I should probably move all your counters to the other. We're sending in clankers from the other direction.
And then we're going to be flankers with clankers.
Okay, so. Slowly arrange everyone. Okay, so you guys are all downwind with the wind. You guys are all downwind. The wind is blowing in this direction over here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll know.
Nope. But
yeah.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Yep.
And I will say apologies. I am having lunch, which I guess makes me Sven the Crusader.
Ooh,
suddenly an earthquake happens and you all fall into a fissure.
The wind shifts. Actually, it should be the other direction. The wind, ideally, the wind should come from them to us.
I mean,
so they can't smell us.
Matter will be.
Yeah. It's up. It's literally just up to Jonan where he puts us, which direction the wind goes.
Okay, so you want to be against the wind or that one?
We want the wind to come from them to us, so they can't smell us. If it's from us to them, then it gets there.
Okay, so hang on, let me move you back to the other side of the map.
We are so fast, guys. We are getting all over this place. Check out our reconnaissance. Looks like we're over there, but we're over here. How are they going to catch us like this? This is a perfect strategy. I like it.
This is how we tactics.
Aren't you glad we haven't done it before?
Okay, so if you're sticking to the original plan, Clankers is going in. Okay, so on your command, Clankers is marching to the other side of the cave going. He walks into the mouth, at which point you hear some of them all say it, hardly can hear some muttering that sounds like, "What the fuck is that?" And followed by a oh, at which point you can hear the sound. And this is then quickly followed by, at this point, you can't see E-clankers because it's inside the... are you sending clankers directly inside the cave or just standing near the entrance?
We're going to want to be able to keep eyes on him.
Yeah, I think we probably should have.
Okay, so if he's around here... Do you want him further forward, or...?
I think there's good.
Okay, actually, you know what?
If we set him there, I can set a spell in front of him.
Okay, so if you set...
But they'll be looking at him, though, won't they? So, no.
Yeah, they'll be looking directly at him, yes. In fact, they are looking directly at him. He's pretty hard to miss.
So I guess we're just waiting for them to come out and then we bum rush them. This was a really technical plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to prepare a crossbow shot for the first werewolf I see that is like regulation size.
Okay, so
I'm also
before
gonna...
this begins, is anyone?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Before this begins,
I
does
think the
anyone
whole
else
plan
want to
was-
lay this trap?
Yeah, I think the plan was to send him in so that we can have like a round to prep actions. So we
Okay.
basically get a surprise round off.
Okay, so
Did we want anyone on the other side of the cave, or we're just gonna run at them?
I think we're just running, aren't we?
Okay.
That way they don't know we're here.
Alright.
Am I able to sneak myself up just towards the edge of this thing where they
Yeah.
still can't?
I like to position myself in like that-ish area. Sorry,
I'm
behind
gonna-
Beldrath, probably.
That's fine.
I'm gonna position myself here behind this this tooth and hide Andre up here.
And
Okay.
that's the tooth.
Oh.
I'm
and the
sorry.
cave collapses on you, burying Ward in rubble. It's really amazing.
It was completely
Okay.
unnecessary as well. I apologize.
Okay. At this
Well,
point,
Jonan, at this point, like you've done this so often, I think your alternate universe pun collapses are really toothless.
Oh my god.
at which
Going
point
the
the
DM is
entire
dead.
universe is erased. Like you just I'll snap the. Just I'll snap you're nothing, just atoms floating in the darkness. Anyway, with that, there is you hear the howls, and two werewolves charge straight in towards clankers and begin making
Pachoo!
attacks.
Pachoo, pachoo.
At which point, you two fire crossbow bolts, and everyone roll initiative as we enter the surprise.
I was clearly quite distracted on the complexity of this plan. And
Never again. Never again making plans.
I'm pretty sure it took us like 20 minutes as well to figure out just bum rush them.
But
Well, at least this way we have
kept doing.
At least this way we have a cohesive way we're going about it.
Oh, I will
We're-
give you.
Just
We're
rushing
bum
the-
rushing with our heads first.
I give you this is marginally more technical than what we would normally do. We sent in someone that's not one of our party
Oh
that
my God.
can get destroyed and taken out. That's fine.
Wow, Jonan.
I know.
Okay,
What
so-
is wrong with me?
So, real quick, surprise round. I have advantage on this shot, right?
They didn't see it coming, so I'll say.
Does that count for all of us? Because that would be cool.
I'd say anyone who's taking a shot. Yeah.
The other was a natural
hang on,
one.
before... Okay, hang on. It would have been Keldrin up first in the initiative order anyway, so hang on, let me just sort this all out. So,
Okay.
everyone, wait until I've made the initiative count, please.
Sorry, okay.
Okay, so we have Keldrin at the top, followed by Seth, followed by Maldrath, followed by Jean, then Ward, and then them. So,
digging this music.
On board. I've been using this as a werewolfy for a while now. Okay, so with that, Keldrin, you're up and you've already attacked, and it is a definite hit. As they start charging in and smacking anchors either side, you hit them with the fireball that they did not see coming. Roll the attack. Roll damage, sorry.
Oh!
Wow.
And that really smart. Oh, it's like it is the small flaming Medusa practically explodes on their back, and they let out a and they had no way to prepare for that.
That's a good cantrip.
Can I just ask a quick question? Does
Sure.
Clankers get a go in this?
They'll do it in a second.
Okay, just checking.
Actually, I'll say no. Clankers, he doesn't get a go in the surprise round. He will do in future turns, because right now he's just walking in.
Yeah, he's not in the surprise round. He is the surprise round.
Can we put him on Maldrath's turn? I think that might be the smartest for the future. So that you don't have to be
one
like,
thing
no.
I will say that Clankers at the moment is. I will say this, given that you rolled high on the arcade earlier, you notice that it is programmed to defend itself if provoked. So Clankers will fight. It's just that it wasn't planned to do the surprise. So you're getting a surprise.
Also, I don't think that he has a. Does he have a weapon?
I think
does.
he is the weapon.
Yeah, the weapon. Yes. Okay. So.
I'm
with
really
that,
hoping some sort of epic blades come out of his forearms and he just makes a stance and starts destroying everything.
I mean, at this
Okay.
point, I'm just picturing Thingy from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Alphonse, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so with that's Keldrin's turn. Seth, you're up.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the one that Keldrin hit. And then I'm gonna do a sharpshooter and attempt to go in one ear and out the other.
I don't think you can Hunter's Mark as a. I'm confused.
Well, it's a
Oh, my-
surprise round, it's just a normal turn.
Ah.
Yeah. So you guys get one free turn before all they can act, essentially.
Cool, cool.
So yeah, the Hunter's Mark on that. Go ahead and roll your attack roll. At least it should be if roll 20 will call. And that is a definite hit. You knew they were coming. You take careful aim, shoot, and do a massive damage. You managed to slit it across the throat. It's just about alive, but barely. It is actually going. Because it is now being set on fire and slit it across. It's confused and has no idea what's happening, but it does not like it.
Finish it off with a second shot.
Go ahead. Oh, that does not hit, unfortunately. Looks like you got the natural one. I will say that you lower the bow for a second, assuming that it's dead, and as soon as you then see it ground and snap, and that comes to you by surprise. So that when you do fire a shot, it just skids on the ground. It caught off guard there.
You was-
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh, was that the damage? Oh shit! Okay, right.
you
Roll 20
disconnected
was
for a
laggy.
second there. I thought you were so
Yeah.
mad you missed, you left the game.
Oh no, it came back. What went on
Yeah,
myself.
essentially. Okay, I'm now seeing it because it lagged. So I thought all it was referring to the Hunter's Mark damage. So if that attack definitely hits, then sorry. And I believe that shot kills it. So that one's dead. So ignore that. That was an alternate reality. We're going back to the normal reality where Seth kills everything. So
then I'll
it's now
move
dead in a second. There we go. Okay. Wow, Lord Tony really is lagging tonight. Okay, so Maltraf, you're up.
I mean, the surprise has been done, so I'm just gonna run in, I guess.
Okay.
And try and murder this one.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, fucking hell. I mean, do I get advantage because of clankers? Does he count?
He does count as flanking, so yeah, that's the only thing saving you right
That's
now.
why he's flankers.
Hey.
Slackers!
Okay, you do. That is a definite hit. You taking advantage of the confusion to landing clean slash across the back, roll your damage. And you leave a nice sharp scar on the back, but it now growls. It turns around and growls at you in a combination. Just growls at you in surprise. And any bonus actions or?
I was just making sure that rolled the right damage. I think it did. Yeah, I think it did. Right. No, that'll do for me for a minute.
Okay then. And with that, Jean, you're up.
I mean, he already rolled his attacks up there. Was a 9 and a 6, I believe.
Yeah,
Well,
that is true.
The thing is, if everyone else went before me and sprung the surprise, that is not the attack I would have made.
Okay, fair enough. So what would you do?
I would join Maldrath just to give him another big beefy target to attack.
Okay, go ahead.
Four, 5, 6, just about.
Okay.
Attack 1. Attack 2.
Okay, both hit. You, as it's like turning round to Alabama, you're able to slip round on the hind flankers and almost rapier style use your long sword to just thrust it twice to the back. Like the silver on your sword causing it searing pains. Almost got either side of the scar. Maldrath's already left on there. Go ahead and roll your damage for both.
27.
Nice. So it's still standing, but it's reeling from the injuries, and it is now just it's lost in a mixture of rage and confusion as all these different attacks are coming from all sides.
Cool. And that's me.
And with that, Ward, you're up.
Alright, Ward finally comes to his senses. He thinks about the stuffed animal and the children that have been taken against their will and been turned into werewolves, and he enters a rage as a bonus action. Then going to move opposite the new Grim Brother, Jean, and go for an attack. Use the flanking. I'm going to -5 plus 10.
Okay. Wait, how are you using flanking?
Because I will be opposite Jean.
Okay, so that would mean you'd have to be about... Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had enough movement,
Okay,
yeah.
so... Okay, fair enough. In that case, go ahead and make your attack with advantage.
Ew, super weak.
I have 2 of those.
Yeah, I'll take the second attack.
Well, believe it or not, you do actually hit. It's the
Wait, on a 9?
levels on...
Yeah,
On a
it's a 9, not a 13.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, you missed both times. At this point, you charge in with a howl of rage, but unfortunately, that gives the werewolf enough time to stand around and dodge out the way of the attacks. And the second one
The next one is
just
13.
manage to hit.
Yeah.
Yes, it does just manage to hit. It dodges out of the way of the first one quite easily, but then you manage to catch it just as it's trying to pull away. And yes, I was going to say, you're going to re-roll it. So
I'm
that
going
would
to
be
take that other 4 instead of the 1.
okay.
27.
Okay, so that's 27. Yes, and that is it. As it tries to back away, you just slice it straight up the chest, and it falls in a howl of one last whimpering, one last confused whimper before it just collapses on.
Should we just back off?
I really
and
think
leave
we should.
Clanker standing there and see what happens.
Okay, so
Only got
you've
10-foot
used your
movement,
movement to
so
get there, right?
I will. I've got 10 foot left, I think, because I got 40-foot movement. I think I moved 30 feet. So I
Yeah.
will move 10 foot back. Actually, won't do that because then I would be leaving Maldraff. I'm going to step 5 foot in front of Maldraff.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, and with that, it comes on the last action of the surprise turn is that your allies are all going to transform one by one and then take positions either side.
Assemble!
Yeah, sorry, Walter.
Sorry, this page is being super slow. It's because it's massive.
I don't want to enable fog of war.
Disasters assemble!
Okay, so let me go. And Lewis bringing up the rear. And then, with that, the surprise round is now over. You hear several howls as more werewolves are charging towards you. So, we get to the top of the round. Keldrin.
Okay. I'm gonna move my 25 feet to here. And, can I see this dude? How dark is it? Oh, I have dark vision. I'm a dwarf. How far
Yeah.
away is he? Where's the hiding? Where's the measuring tool? There it is.
80 feet thereabouts.
Within 30 feet of you, nah. Okay, I'm gonna hold my action as a produce flame. Cantrip. As soon as he comes within 30 feet of me, I'm gonna try and hit him.
Gotcha. Okay. With that, Seth, you're up.
Seth knows no range.
I'm gonna move in a bit.
Okay.
It's just that one werewolf that's in view at the moment.
Yes.
Use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark onto him, and then I'll send a few arrows downrange.
Okay.
There he is.
Wow. That is you are just calm without mercy. You should aim and shoot it straight into its skull. Roll your damage.
You can't make this up.
Okay. That is pretty much brutal. Let's see. Yeah, 16. It is it's now missing a good chunk of its head. The blood's pouring out of it. It's in its eyes. It's alive, but very badly hurt.
Now to finish it off.
Another natural 20, come on.
Yeah, I'll go for a sharpshooter on him as well. And
The best there ever will be.
All
See, this is why I said when we don't have tactics, we have a Seth.
That just hits. It's imagine it's AC. So. And you fire another shot into its chest, and it is now just staggering at the moment. Just it's now blood is just pouring out of it, and it's barely on its feet.
Yep, and that's me.
Okay, with that, Maldraff, you're up.
So these werewolves beside us are...
They're allies. They're allies.
They're allies, alright. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much for this guy.
Maldraff, I know you're human, so I can tell you that at the far reaches of my vision in the dark, there's a dead werewolf.
I will also remind you that I'm going to cast this reminder to all of you that you can, if you want to, you can use an action to command clankers, because at the moment, clankers' only instruction was to walk them out of the cave, and they, at the moment, they're on standby. So I'm just letting you guys know that.
Is that an action?
Do you think we're smart enough to think of that? Is the question here?
I'm just letting you know.
Thanks.
We are sentient. We are sentient beings, and that would make sense.
Yeah, but the shark smelled the blood in the water, and now it's just that.
So I can move and then command clankers, and that would pretty much be it, I guess.
Okay.
If it's an action to command it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just direct clankers to murder that one particular werewolf right down there to make it perfectly clear that he's not to murder any others unless he's attacked by them.
It's already dead, Malgath.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can murder it some more.
Okay, when we come to the NPCs, I'll move him. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'll include it as part of it this turn. So Clankers starts to move. Let's see. Yeah, he moves about 30 feet, just sort of slowly walking up the side of the wall, going clunk, 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 and is now very slowly and very menacingly marching towards the wounded werewolf.
I will just move behind him, using him as some sort of shield, I guess.
Nice.
I'll
Okay.
just stay about 5-10 foot behind him in case anything happens.
Yeah, between him and Ward, you've got a pretty good meat shield going on there. Okay, so with that, Jean, you're up.
Okay, I am going to move up next to Ward, and then say to my companions behind me, bunch up on me, form a wall. We'll meet them here, and envelop them if they come after us. And with that, I'm going to unleash my heavy crossbow on this. Oh, that guy up there's dead.
No, he's not dead. This guy.
Oh, fair enough.
He has the hunter's mark on him.
Yeah.
He has the hunter's mark on him.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna unleash my Wait. Are there lights in this place?
There are, yes.
Okay, I can see him then.
Oh.
Nay.
That unfortunately is a miss. You fire, but by this point the werewolf's got enough sense to dodge out.
Okay, I'll use my other attack action to reload.
Okay. So you fire the shot, reload, and prepare for the next round. So, with that, Ward, you're up.
I don't know how Seth does it either, John. I am no good at the ranged thing either. But he does it really well. Can we see anything further ahead?
No more than the dynamic lighting will allow you to at the moment. It seems that you can see that the path splits into two separate sections. You don't know where. You're not sure where the threats are going to come from, though. I mean, you can make a perception check to try and hear where they might come from, but that's about.
Nope. I need to unarmed attack myself to keep the rage
keep up
going.
the rage, yeah.
I gotta punch myself in the face to keep myself pumped. So I better do that.
Yeah, roll an attack. With advantage because you're trying to hit.
Could you not just punch the ground? Or does it
I
have to be
I have to take damage or attack a creature, I'm pretty sure.
It would either be that or attack clankers. One of the two.
No, leave clankers alone.
I seriously worry about breaking clankers and never hearing the end of it.
Leave clankers alone, he's a good boy.
I have closed my thing. I'm just checking my bonus.
I think you'd be at a +8.
Yeah, I'm at a +8. So that is
Okay.
a 16, which does hit my AC of 16.
You just about managed to get enough nerve to hit yourself in the face, so that maintains your rage.
Is it 1 plus strength, so 6 points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say 6 points. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 6 points halved because you are raging.
that
Good
is true,
point.
actually.
So yeah, just oh yeah, form a wall.
Yeah.
Form a wall.
So
Oh my god, you actually did that to yourself.
yeah, like any aggressive jog, almost like in a Goldberg style. You're just like ready to fight.
Yeah.
Ward.
Okay, and with that, it comes round to them. The werewolves join. Your werewolf allies, I say, join along your side to form said wall. At this point, the werewolf here steps forwards and there we go. Find the right thing. Shifts its form to that of a small child. A sort of a girl. It's like it has some. It's like, please, sir, no more, no more. And
I know this is bait. We had no way of knowing from a distance. I still feel terrible, but as my free action, I will just say, stand down and leave the cave.
the child looks at you a moment. At that point, though, of all the people to react, Lily next to you is the suddenly lets out a howl and charges right towards the child. She's using a dash
I would like
action
to
do.
insight. After that, I would like to use an insight check on the child.
Go
If
ahead.
I can, if that's not an action on my turn.
Yeah, I'm trying. I did this. I did that. I'll say it's all happening very quickly, so I'll have to say that as an action since we are in combat. But yeah,
Gotcha.
much to your surprise, Lily actually breaks formation and charges straight towards the child. I think. Let me just get out the move. No, wrong.
Well.
Oh wow, she can actually make it. Oh no, wait, no. See, movement is just enough to get her up that shift towards. You can see, like, she is actively snapping and is growling at this child with all her rage. You don't know why, though. And at the last thing you hit, as she growls and stares down this child, you can make a perception check, but you can hear her whisper something to the child. You don't know what.
I'll do it.
Okay?
Oops, that wasn't supposed to be advantage. Sorry. First one was a
But
20.
your first one hit
natural
it. Okay, Jean, this is bringing back too much bad memory, so you don't quite hear what's going on. However, Maldraff, you're also equally confused. However, both Seth and Keldrin both hear her say, like, growl towards the child. Did you think I would forget what you did to her? And
I'll just do quick eye contact with Seth.
Yay,
That's
conscience
it.
cleared.
Hey.
Okay, and with that, I just need to double check something.
Hey.
Okay. With that, you then hear several howls as a pack of wolves start charging down the left-hand tunnel en masse, all snapping and growling, and yeah, this is about as far as they can get with their movements.
Damn it, Lily!
Actually, wait, is there...
This is very climactic. I've got like a fireworks going on in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I've got like battle boom.
Actually,
That is
actually, that-
way above our budget.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move
Oh,
them around,
man.
but yeah, it looks like he can actually get hit.
I like having a plan.
And that's the one straggler. But yes, and I'm just gonna move some others. But yeah, suffice to say, there are a lot of werewolves on the move now. And okay, with all of that going on, going back to the top of the round, and Keldrin, you're up.
All right. So I'm guessing the insight check costs me an action.
It does, yes, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna trust Lily and be careful and use a first level spell to lay down a 20-foot cube within 60 feet, so that should be all right. Hang on, let me double check. No, I'll have to move up. Oh no, it works. Yeah, it totally works.
Nice.
And I think that should be able, if I put one corner up here, I should be able to get all of these guys, 20-foot cube.
Okay, so
Poof.
give me 1 second.
So they're all outlined in like sparkly green light, and oh, they have to make dexterity saving throws first.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'll just do one for the werewolf quickly.
Is that fairy fire?
Yes.
And one for the regular wolves as well, hang on.
Yeah, and the area doesn't really matter because as soon as they move out of it, they take the fairy fire with them. It's just like a singular
okay.
poof, and that it's like the glitter bomb.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, shit. What's my fucking DC? I think it's
Okay.
14.
I suspect
think it's
one of the
14.
wolves. Okay, so it's 14.
15 actually.
Okay, so two of the werewolves. Okay, only one of the only one of the wolves that makes it through. The rest are all hit with this glittery bomb of fairy fire.
Cool. Any attack roll against them has advantage.
Nice. So I'm just gonna mark them all, and whilst they're doing that, Seth.
Right, I think I can leave the werewolf to Lily, so I'll go on the first wolf that's closest.
Okay. The closest wolf is the only one that's not marked by the explosion of bright-colored fey fire, but it is the one charging towards you.
Yeah.
She threw a milkshake on it.
Yeah, I'll go for a sharpshooter, why not?
I know.
It does appear to be just a wolf.
That is a definite hit. Roll your damage. Instantly kills it.
And then I'll move on to the next one.
Righto. Another solid hit. Roll it. You again, and instantly kills it. You are just mercilessly with absolute focus, just go. Just taking now werewolves right, left, and regular wolves right, left, and center as they continue to charge through the pig for a fire, and they're literally coming out of the smoke screen only to get shot by you as they charge.
Oh, poor puppies.
I'll just adjust a bit, and that's me done.
Good eating though
I
afterwards.
mean, in fairness, they are man-eating puppies. Okay.
Whenever you say
And
puppies,
with
I
that-
keep thinking they have like anime eyes now, like glittering eyes with all the glitter dust in it.
That's what the fairy fire did.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what. Okay, with that, Maldraft.
I'll command clankers to engage the wolves.
Okay. Clankers will. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, clankers will move up, and I think if I want to. Yeah, with his slow speed, he might actually. Yeah, he manages to get you within combat range of one of them, and it's gonna.
Let's see the sword come out of its fist.
No, his whole face opens up for a cannon.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just picturing a body slamming.
That is pretty much what it does. It sort of marches up as the werewolf comes in. It kind of just sort of does a rickety clothesline with its arm, just goes, catches it on the fly, and then it tries to hammer the fist into its back, but it misses that time. So the werewolf is dazed, but still, no, the wolf is dazed, but still alive. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm sorry.
And yeah, that'll be me, I guess.
Maybe
Okay.
start calling them puppies instead of wolves, and you won't make the mistake again.
But that will make me feel bad. Okay, so with that, John, you're up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna block the hole here. I don't mind taking a bunch of attacks because I don't think they can get around me. I'm going to insight check Lily.
Okay, go ahead.
$19.
I will say it's normally it would be difficult to read a werewolf's expression, but that look, especially the way she's looking at that child, you've actually seen it before. You've seen it in yourself every time you're looking in the mirror and remembering that night. Is the best way I can describe.
Oh, wow.
She has a massive grudge against this child. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I'm going to
And that action. Sorry, that insight was your action.
Yeah. The thing is, I could say something, but I know Lily's tale.
I'm always confused. I don't know how much of Lily's tale we actually know. In character.
We heard it that in that one encounter with the werewolves, the really sad one. So I'm gonna let it go. Action surge.
Okay.
One on the gonna help out clankers first.
Okay.
$14.
Definite hit.
12 points.
Yeah, that will. Assuming you're going on the one that's already wounded, it is pretty much academic. You slice into that one as it tried to dodge out of the way of Clanker's attack and come out towards you. You take it out, and that leaves the one in front of you. Keep in mind that they both have fairy fire, so it's a.
Cool. Oh, yeah. $25 both times.
Definite hit. Roll your damage.
15.
Kills it in one hit.
Cool. And I'm just gonna block that hole.
Yeah, that time the wolf came at you, lunged at you to try and bite you, but you just cleared it efficiently. And it falls into the crumpled heap behind you.
Like Link. And that's me.
Okay, so, Ward, you're up.
Hey, how much of an obstacle is that rise?
It is about roughly, I want to say 10 foot of, yeah, it's about roughly 10 feet to get up, so, I mean, it's difficult terrain, so it roughly counts as 10 feet to get up there. Lily had to use her dash, and she only just got up there.
Yeah, that puts it out for me. Is there a space between the Rise and Jean, or is that not a space?
Yes, as long as you don't attempt to climb it, yes, there's a space.
Then
It'd
Ward
be a
will
bit
go
of a
there.
tight squeeze, but it's about getting there. Okay.
And attack one of the wolves.
Okay.
Actually, the two in front are dead. So let
Yeah.
me measure my distance, make sure I can move another 5 foot. Oh yeah, I totally can. That's fine. I got 40-foot movement.
Okay, that is a definite hit. You come in, you bring your greatsword down onto the small wolf in front of you. Roll your damage. And slice it in half.
Alright, I'll take on another one. It is advantage with the fairy fire, right?
The fairy fire, yeah. Anything with a pink mark on it has advantage at this point. And that's another definite hit. And that kills it instantly. You slam your sword down on top of one of them, slice it in half. Another one lunges towards you, and you just swing your blade around and slam it against the side of the rise, leaving it to sort of slowly smear itself down.
Alright, Ward is too distracted with whatever's going on with Lily, because he doesn't know what's going on there, to take any revelry in that. So that's everything done.
Okay. With that, it comes round to them. Lily, with a and Lily is on this child, and then with a growl yells, "This is for Freya!" and just and slashes across this child. 1, 2. The child, it barely has a shot answer react before it's just slashed and then knocked down to the and then sent straight down the side of the valley in a crumpled heap. The expression you look up, it seems to be one of confusion. The last expression it makes as it looks up is it falls down out of the claws and it slowly bleeds out. It reaches up, stares at Lily, then just goes before falling back and dying. And now the wolf right here, Ward, because there's one still alive, is gonna make a attack. And that's a 14 because if it had pack tactics, that would be dangerous, but it doesn't because everyone else is dead. So
14 misses.
Okay, so it lunges for you, but you just easily dodge out of the way. Even with all the distractions, you're not. This thing was too obvious for you not to see. And you see coming towards you what appears to be an old man, lunging forward. He goes, "Oh, this is it, eh? Well, bring it then." And he transforms into a wolf as well. There we go, two sides. And you can hear the sound.
Man,
more people.
we're gonna get bitten so much.
Okay. He turns then, and you hear the sounds of more wolves coming down. And it's then you suddenly hear a loud bellow from within, further in the cave. It's the voice you especially, Seth, recognize as Kirill, and he yells, "Yes! Kill them! Tear them apart! Bring them back to me in bloody pieces!" And
I mean,
all right,
that's rude.
we will.
Oh, Ward.
okay, and as you at the moment you just see this old man coming towards you, but you can hear the sounds that it sounds like there are yet more coming. And with that, we go back to the top of the round. Keldrin, you're up.
I'm gonna move as far as my stumpy little feet can carry me, which is up to here.
Mm-hmm.
See what I can see from here. There's a wolf. There's another wolf. There's Lily. And there's a whole bunch of cave. Okay. He's too far away from me, so I'm just gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna use my action to dash. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go another 25. And just hang out here. I'm slow, you guys.
Fair enough. Okay, so with that, Seth, you're up. Oh, also before I forget, these guys move up as well. I'll have that guy go. Sorry, I didn't hear that, Seth. What did...
I think you're muted, buddy.
So stealthy.
Oh no, technical difficulties. Technical difficulties.
Okay. So you moved up. I presume you're going to attack, right?
I imagine it's kill everything.
You
Hunter's
may
mark.
need to
Kill it.
kill Discord and then reopen it. That's what I had to do earlier.
Okay.
Attack
All right.
Discord. Roll to hit.
We'll say we'll say your movement, and for now, while you're doing the technical difficulties, we'll hold the main action for now. So, Maldraff, you're up.
I will. That was the wrong button. I'll bring myself up next to Ward and command Clankers to protect me. That way he should stay with me and I shouldn't need to carry on commanding him. And then that'll be that.
Okay. There is still... Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're standing in front of the wolf and the Clankers is right behind you. So, actually... With that said, he manages to squeeze in between you two, get to your side, and because the werewolf is the regular wolf is within your threat range, it's going to make it a slam attack. And both of those hit, and it is basically just, it's like a 1-2 punch of its fist, like clink, clink, and that manages to knock the wolf against the wall and knock it flat. Okay. And so, do you have any bonus actions, or?
No. Not anyway. Not yet.
Okay, Seth, is your microphone working, or?
No, he's still having trouble.
Okay, yeah, it looks like that. So, for the time being, Jean, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to regard what I just saw. Look up at Lillian and say, just sort of gathering myself. Is it all of them? Do you intend to do that to all of them?
Lily just looks at you and just says, just that one.
I expect an explanation later. Ward, the one in front of us.
Oh, kill it.
As you say that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving right up into threat range with Chungus.
Okay.
$18 and 26.
That is a definite hit. You come in and slice it. You come in and slice it with the 2 attacks. So 1, 2, clean follow through. And at Seth's request, whilst he's fixing the technical difficulties, I'm also going to move the Hunter's Mark onto this.
All right.
But yeah, roll your damage. Oh, and Seth can do the attack as well. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I love
okay, so
that
that's a
for
definite
Seth.
hit as well, Seth.
I love that for Seth, you're not going roll to hit, you're just going roll for damage now.
Okay. That's a. Oh yeah, we still need a d6, but yeah, that's a clean hit. You've managed to slice across its shoulder with your first attack. Okay, yeah, that's a death.
Oh, okay. Normally I just expect a flurry of dice. And some of this, and some of this, and some of this.
Okay, the second miss, so yeah, the first one, you're still a little shaken by what's happened, so you managed to get one to graze the shoulder, but that's not enough to take him out. You missed with the second one. John, you use that cue to follow in and slam.
What's happened to Seth has caused some sort of disconnect to him.
And it's still not fixed.
Excellent.
And Ward suddenly Ward spontaneously combusts. Anyway, the sort of it is with that and Jean's 1-2 combo slash, he is just about still up, but he is not looking to.
Yeah, on that I'm just gonna look behind me and say, "What are your?"
Oh yeah, kill the thing. Is it Ward's action?
Yes, it is.
All right, yeah. Sorry, I was absorbed in the text chat. Yep, gonna seeing that Seth's eyes have gone glazed with everything that's going on around him. Press forward and attack the werewolf from the other side of Jean to hopefully kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is really slow on my end. All right.
It's fine.
Gonna. Yeah, I'll -5.
Okay, yeah, that's a definite hit. You cut in, just fueling all your confusion and worry into one sword strike, which kills him instantly. You slash across your back, cutting it open, and the force of it causes him to stumble forward, slowly shift back into the form of an old man, and look at you and chuckle and goes, "He's gonna skin you alive."
I disagree. Next, there's a wolf over
beg
there.
to differ.
There's a wolf ahead of me, right?
Yes, there does appear to be a wolf charging towards you.
I don't think I used more than 20 foot to get over there. Let me measure my distance real quick.
Right, so.
Yeah, I have just enough to get over to him. I'll go over to him and attack him.
Right, so.
I will do very slowly because the big map. And I will not -5. I don't know why I rolled 2 dice there. Sorry, it's the 4, so it'll be 14.
Okay, that just about hits. You cut in and slam on this wolf that seems to be charging towards you. Roll your damage as you come in. You expect to kill this one in one hit, but so much to your surprise, this wolf actually manages to stand its ground and is now looking directly at you with a lot of fury in its eyes.
I'm gonna take the 5 instead of the 1 on the second dice.
Okay, so that is 9.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that we come round to them. The wolf who just attacked growls.
I like it. Tough meat's better eaten.
And transforms into a full-sized werewolf.
Uh-oh.
And he growls and goes, You ruined everything. You drove my mates mad. I will kill you. And goes into a
Interesting.
must resist Mad Hatter comeback of we're all mad round here.
I was thinking you just go, I beg to differ again. I disagree.
What's your AC again?
16.
Okay, so she launches at you with a mad fury, but you're able to easily block it with your sword. She's still looking at you, angry as anything, but is at the moment can't seem to hit you. And now you see two more wolves charge. Two more charge around the corner. One which wolf which dashes forwards and then slowly shifts into their own werewolf form.
Oh boy, I was really distracted by the technical difficulties and completely destroyed the plan of making a shield wall with big bodies and ran up ahead. Sorry
well,
about
to
that.
be fair, that sort of fell apart when Lily just charged straight forward.
Oh, we got back there though. We'll catch up. We'll catch up,
Yeah.
Ward.
It's even better the fact that you were the one calling for the wall.
Meanwhile,
Everyone, formal.
Sorry,
Fuck it, I'm going.
hi. At this point, Lily just she doesn't do anything else. She just moves forward and just stares down at that child. That's sort of puzzling one. Meanwhile, Zuleki shut this up on the side. Gets next to Lily and sort of. You can't tell whether it's meant to be a pat on the back or just a form of an attack. There's a bit of aggression in it. It's more like she kind of slams things close into Lily's back, and she just says, "Focus, don't lose it." Meanwhile, Lewis charges round, but he seems to be less willing to act. He seems to be a bit more conflicted. He's just at the back watching and waiting at the moment.
Can you hear me
And
now?
yes,
Zeph snaps out of his trance, gets back into the action.
all right. And with that, Eldred, you're up. We're back to the top of the round.
Well, shit. The whole range thing is really fucking me up here. Let's see. 30 feet. Can't get there. What do I do?
Shame I can't launch you from my longbow.
That would be dope. I'm going to use... I guess both of my actions, my move and my action to scramble up on this platformy thing here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'd then still have 10 feet if like coming up here is a 10 foot.
Yeah. I'm treating it like difficult terrain, so it's
Okay.
like 10. It's not a high rise. It's just awkward to get up. So you still have your
Gotcha.
action. You just unless you dash.
I'd still have my bonus action, which I at the moment can't do anything with because none of y'all got hurt really up until now. So I'm just gonna position myself here, use my move and my action to dash. I'm just like hanging out, just keeping a watch down this road.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Right, if you want, I'll say. Okay, that's fair. Okay, and with that,
I'm gonna move up next to Clankers. And then I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the werewolf that is not fighting Ward. And yeah, go with the silvered arrows into him.
gotcha.
Let's remember
That is
to
a hit.
try and retrieve those arrows after this.
That is a hit. You are able to launch it solidly into the shoulder this time. Now that you've regained your focus, it is reeling from the damage as it just gets, but still standing at the moment.
And then try and finish it off with a sharpshooter.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's a miss. As you fire again, it manages to duck out of the way. Hey, you can just hear the arrow ting somewhere near the back of the cage.
That's me over it.
Sorry, just doing a bit of math. Okay, with that, Maldraft, you're up.
I'll bring myself up this way.
Alrighty, and because it's part of your command, Clankers is now following with him.
And let's see what I should do.
Ideally, kill everything.
Yeah, it has the wolf in front of Ward. That's taken damage, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
Okay. Then I'll give him one of these.
Toll the dead, yes.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay,
2d12.
so... Okay,
I
gotta make a
forgot
wisdom
that doesn't
saving.
actually work.
Seems to be pretty high. I think...
15 is my spell save. Majigger.
Okay, yeah, so it manages to resist, unfortunately.
I think it takes half damage, doesn't it?
No, it's a
Let's see.
cantrip. It takes 0.
There, yeah.
Oh, again.
Unfortunately. So you try to summon your power to create the sound on the spell, but it's very quiet, it's very dull, and as such, the werewolf hears it, but it doesn't seem to be affected by it.
I think that's the first time that's ever failed.
Oh god.
Yeah,
They're pretty
never
resistant,
happens to me either, Maldrath.
Hey.
Okay. And with that, unless you want to use your bonus action or anything?
No, I've got to save that.
Okay then. In that case, Jean, you're...
Right, I can't flank with Ward, but I can get up next to him.
Alright.
I am going to go after this one, because I know it's a safe target. And full attack. 20 and 23. 20 damage total, and I would like to plant Unwavering Mark on that foe.
Okay.
So basically, if that wolf attacks Ward or anyone else other than me, it does so at disadvantage, and if it deals damage to Ward or anyone else other than me, I get to make a third attack against it on my turn.
Nice. Okay. So you culminate and slam it with the 2-hit combo. You then You then make a quick to pet allure, and you sense a strange light glowing around the. A strange light starts glowing around the werewolf. It hasn't noticed it because it's still hyped up on the adrenaline, but you can sense that you are able to. You should be able to guide and protect your friends from it. And with that, Ward, you're up.
I will move around to flanking and hit the thing.
Go for it.
Gonna do the -5 plus 10 damage. Because why not?
Okay.
Ooh, that's why not. Stinky dice. Okay. I'm gonna go
Believe it or not, it just hit.
13?
The werewolves don't have high AC.
12 even, sorry?
Yeah, the 12 hits. The AC is exactly 12.
That works out well for me.
And you instantly kill her. As she's still reeling from John's attack and is slowly glowing with fully power, you slide up and just slam it right into her back. She lets out a final howl, and with one whisper of "Kiddo," she dies.
This doesn't sit right with me, but it's a. Moves on to next one. Just gonna stick with what he knows. Don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go for a straight attack on this guy.
Right up.
It's just one dice.
And that
13.
just hit. Yeah. You should make your hedge, but still manage to cover it and just once again slash straight up the chest. The werewolf now has that scar searing across its body as the silver touches it, but it is still just about.
That's it.
Okay, I will say, before their turn, visually, do any of them look especially smaller than the other?
No, they look like full enough.
Thank God.
Did the other one, like the one that turned into a child, look especially smaller than the others?
Only
The one
a
that
tiny
Lily
bit smaller.
fucked up.
But...
Okay, interesting.
Yes. It looks slightly smaller. It was hard to tell at first because of the long distance, but now you look closer at it was slightly smaller, yeah. Okay, and with that, it comes round to their turn. Let's see, yeah, this werewolf is going to respond to your attack. In fact, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna first go over. And then tries to bite you.
Uh-oh.
Make me a Constitution saving throw as it takes a lunge at you, misses as you step back, and then takes the opportunity to leap on you and pin it in its jaws against your neck. So that you take.
Don't want to jinx myself.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
But Constitution is a good save for me.
Or is it? Yeah.
If there were any side effects, you certainly don't feel them. The adrenaline is pushing everything through and out your system. So.
I knew it! You can't have two curses! I'm immune!
Meanwhile, this second one is gonna charge straight towards you, Jean.
Good.
Its first attack misses, but it is also going to try with a bite and also misses. So
it can eat my shield.
Yeah, it goes for a lunge attack. You step out of the way. It goes for the bite. You just like shield slam it straight in the face, under it, and causing it to stumble backwards. At which point. Sorry, just doing some calculations here. Yeah, there we go. Zuleki had shot charges down, and let me just check something. Hang on. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a dash action, but she manages to charge around behind the werewolf. Manages to charge behind the other werewolf in order to give you some flanking, and Lily is still staring down at the child at the moment, still lost in thought, and Lewis is still. He slowly edges forward, but he's still hanging back at them. All right, and with that, we come to the top of the round. So, Kel.
Okay. I'm gonna do what Keldrin would do because you've got the situation handled. I'm going to take 5 feet up here and just put a hand on Lily's shoulder and go Lily? Are you... Hi?
At first...
And I'd like to make an insight check on her as my action.
Okay, go for it. Also making that roll, at first he goes... tenses up and then just sort of relaxes when she realizes it's you. And with your insight, you can tell that she's staring down. She's really conflicted with what you've heard. You're suspecting that this was a revenge kill, but she doesn't know how to feel about said revenge afterwards. Like, she's still just trying to process what she's done and how she's actually feeling about it now that she's actually done the deed.
Do you want to keep going or do you want to stop? And that's my turn.
Okay. With that, Seth, you're up.
Briefly, before I move on, I'll look Lily in the eyes and call to her.
Oh no, you went quiet again.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, we can't.
You're back.
Oh man, what a time would that have been.
Okay.
I look Lily in the eyes and I call up. We need to keep moving. There's still more others that need to pay.
Okay.
Kirill especially. No one else has to go through what we've gone through.
Okay. We will have Lily's response to that when it comes back to their round, but you do get knowing her as well as you do, you know that she heard you.
And then I'm gonna move on up a bit and plant some arrows in the marked dude.
Okay, go for it. That's a definite hit. Okay, you plant a solid hit firmly in its arm, and it cries out in pain as the arrow sinks into it. It's not dead; it's still standing on its feet. So, if you want a second attack, go for it. That's a definite hit. Roll your damage. And another hit. This time into its shoulder again, and it is only hanging on by a thread. With your words having improved both Lily's and your own resolve, you're now just with absolute focus, just firing one after the other and slowly but surely bringing this thing down. And with that, Maldraff.
I will bring myself past. I'm assuming Clank is all flank with me.
He will.
I'm never gonna get tired of that.
It's gonna be amazing.
We have got to put a silly face on that thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Oh yeah, and with it would be double the dice. So yeah, that's a definite hit. You it is still waiting for the pain in its arm. You run up alongside it. It is, although it's paying more attention to the giant suit of armor coming its way as it stands its ground for what appears to be an attack. And I'm gonna add this purely for dramatic effect. Clangers comes in with another metallic clothesline. You then slam your blade straight into the base of it. It's the point by the spine and the skull, and just pretty much just instantly kill it in one shot with a hideous snap, and it falls.
Nice.
And then Clank
Aye.
clotheslines his head off. Yeah.
All right. Any bonus actions? Or are you okay?
That's fine.
Okay. With that, Jean, you're...
Okay. Gotta do what I do best, if I can. Yep, that'll leave me with 5 feet of movement. I'm gonna flank with the brother group.
Okay. Go ahead.
24 and 23.
Both hit. Once again, just smoothly coming up for the combos. You hit it one side then the other. It's reeling, but still managing to. It's still standing, but the scars are popping. And with that, Ward, you're up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and just knowingly I'll nod to him.
Ward is starting to not feel so good about killing these werewolves, and he's getting a bit of a connect with when he killed the tribe. Surrender! We came here for the leader!
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Intimidate?
Yeah, can I go for
probably
intimidation? I'm much better at that.
I'll say either or. It's up to you. That didn't work.
Got to put a slash.
There we go. The werewolf just growls at your response.
Alright, well that was my action.
Okay.
Also ends the
And with
rage,
that,
which is appropriate, because it does.
Okay. It comes round to their turn. The werewolf growls and goes, "We will not abandon the pack, unlike you filthy traitors over there," and leaps into a full.
That does hit.
The claws miss, but the bite hits. So you take 2 points of piercing damage as it bites it manages to get a bite in your arm, and make the con save for me one more time. And yeah, the adrenaline still pumping in your system and keeping you healthy. Meanwhile, meanwhile, back where you are, Eldrin, you hear Lily, you see Lily raise her head and she goes, "Yes, it has to be done. Then it'll be over." And she now goes into a full-on charge, and I don't think she can make it without dashing, huh? Oh no, she can just about. Hang on. She can just about get into attack range, so she's going to charge around and just do 2 claw attacks on the web. One misses, the other hits, and that person takes 3 points of piercing damage as she attacks. And Zelekia then does the same. This time does dashing because she has to get up back clear, but she's now on the other side of the werewolf, slowly beginning to pin it in. And Lois then steps up as well to get into a more prominent position. And that's the end of their turn. So we come back to the top of the round. Keldrin, you're...
Damn it, why didn't I play a character who could talk? Where did we hear Kirill's voice coming from?
The very far back of the cave.
Do I just the back, or do I know the left or the right?
It was sort of more towards the back. It was echoing, so it was.
Okay, so we don't know for sure. Cool. I guess I'm gonna abandon this post and leave us open. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get a vantage point. Okay, which one's the werewolf that everyone's decking? This guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the one in the middle.
Is there anything else that I can see here? Because I'm also... This is a weird fucking feeling. You know what? I'm just gonna perception the ground and see if I can see any traps, because as MVL said before, this is prime real estate for traps.
They're always trapped.
Fair enough.
Even when they're not, they're probably still trapped.
Fair enough.
50% of the time, they're trapped every time.
Fuck me. Alright.
You have a look around, try to keep your breath and look around everything, but yeah, I don't know what to tell you. There are no traps. There's just piles of bones everywhere.
Keeping up my useless streak. That was my move and my action, and I'm just gonna hang out. That's it.
Alright. Seth, in that case, you're up.
So it's just the one in the middle that everyone's beating on at the moment, isn't it?
Yes.
Move up behind Maldra. Pretty sure it's going to drop this round, so I'm going to hold my action to shoot at the next enemy werewolf that comes into range.
Alrighty then. With that, we go to Mal.
I think that werewolf is pretty much taken care of with Ward and Sven and everyone, so I would like to use my action to shout back to Kirill with a bit of an intimidation. Basically, yell, "Come out and face us, you cowardly dog. A true alpha would."
Go ahead and make me an intimidation.
Oh.
You hit I'll say this is with thaumaturgy as well, so it adds like a bit of an extra boom to it. Your voice booms back throughout the caves. There is a long pause, and you hit there in the back yell. Wait, I'm at the far back. Come for me then. Although, you hear him sort of bellow that, but you can tell from that you've actually pretty shaken him. He was not expecting that, so he's trying to be played off by making the opposing come at the back, but it sounded more like, "I'm at the back. Come back. Come face me if you dare."
So basically, he's making it very clear that he just peed his pants, and that he's gonna let us wade through the entire pack before him.
Marking his territory.
Yeah.
If I have any words left of my action, I'd just like to turn to that one werewolf still there, be like, and you follow this guy.
I will actually say, because you rolled a nat 20, the werewolf as well is now looking increasingly terrified as well. Like it's just, it's pretty much just shaking at this point. Like it's realized, oh crap, I'm in a bad situation. Okay, with that, Jean, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna follow everyone else's lead, and I'll just put my sword in front of me, look this werewolf in the eye, and then call to the cave in general. We want the chicken shit in the back. Stand down, and it need not mean that the rest of you suffer for it.
Go ahead and maybe the intimidation check with advantage because of Jean, Maldraff already scaring it beforehand.
Natural 20.
Nice. With that, the werewolf just looks to you, looks to the others, and then just let's out the small, and then just tries to and bolts out of the running.
Oh, Popper, we didn't even get the. We can probably heal you, maybe.
It just charges straight out the cave and out of sight.
Yeah, as he runs past, I'm actually gonna be like, we have a thing that might be able to move in case you're okay, bye.
And with that,
I would Yeah, I would like to move further in, just beckoning Ward after me. Not my full
Well, as
movement.
you say that, okay. And as we get that, you take a moment and you realize that the cave has suddenly gone silent. You begin to get the impression that you take a moment to pause, but then you realize that might have been the last active combatant in this cave. Because you pause, and it is just you don't hit there anything else. It's just
We did it,
Kirill.
guys.
And
We
he's waiting.
murdered all but one.
Man, I imagine the whole life spent trying to become pack leader, and then you put that in question? Really well done, Maldrath.
I've got a few more tricks on my sleeves.
Yeah, and you got very big sleeves. I don't have any
So
sleeves.
many tricks.
Yeah.
Tricks for days.
Let's go kill this guy.
I'm gonna call back to the others. Come on, let's finish this. This last one gets no mercy from me.
So, oh, you rolled 20. Okay, as you move forward, the Lakia steps forward and, with the same grim look as all of you and goes, he will be at the back. There is a room, there's a set of stairs at the back that goes to our training hall. I suspect that's where he'll be. If you want the children, to the right. She motions that way.
Alright, should we secure the children first in case he sets them on us? That would be pretty bad.
How about Selekia and her friends go and check out the kids because they know them?
Yeah, I mean, we're dripping with the blood of the other werewolves. It would be pretty bad if we went there.
Selekia sighs. They know us as their captors. They're in cages right now. They probably would see us as allies.
I'm going to
Kirill's order, not mine.
I'm going to look down and say, wait here. And I break away from the others, bravado just sort of gone, and begin making my way.
Okay, I will move you in the direction of where they actually are.
I'll tag along behind. Actually, no. Why am I doing this? No, I wouldn't. She wouldn't. Sorry. Damn it!
So to be clear, we're leaving the werewolves with the kids, and then we're gonna kill the bad guy and come back and check on the kids after that.
I'm actually going to the confinement area. What do I see?
Okay, as you enter, rough-hewn stairs lead down a torchwood cave to the bizarre sight. Wide-eyed children stand behind wooden bars and stare at you in terrified silence. The cave holds 6 wooden cages, their lids held shut with heavy rocks. 2 of the cages are empty, and each of the others hold a pair of frightened children. There's also a crude wooden statue between the gates. It bears a rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. Piled around the statue's base is an incredible amount of treasure. And beside the statue, 2 agate-ridden corpses hang from iron shackles in the wall.
Okay, may I make a perception for, traps and such? Because I would not put it past Kirill.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit. We're gonna have to leave them in the cages.
It brings back too many bad memories. You're just your mind's shut down and you can only focus on these kids and what they're going through right now.
We have the werewolves stay by the entrance so this guy can't escape while we do this.
Yeah, I think as Jean wanders off, the rest of the party would follow, right? We're not just gonna let him walk away in the wolf's den.
I'd like to say we'd keep the werewolves back so Kirill can't just escape.
Yeah.
make a run
The
for
werewolves
it.
stay. Yeah, the werewolves stay here, keeping a watch that he doesn't escape out of this, out of this area, and the party goes over to secure the kids.
Give us a signal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's escaping! Quick, kill him! We'll know what you mean.
The two werewolves nod. The two werewolves nod. Zeleki is the only one who goes with you just to observe everything that's happening. But yeah, the other two werewolves, they stay behind and guard the entrance.
I'll eventually just shake myself out of my trance and take a few hesitating steps forward and just say, "Are all of you all right?"
Oh no.
No response.
Zeleki steps forward from the top up and says, they've been through a lot. Kirill has these contests where he has children fight to prove which one is the stronger one. Quality, not quantity, as he kept shoving down his throat. As he kept saying to us. But some of them are also recently kidnapped. So...
I'm just dead silent.
We can cure him, right? What sort of shambles up towards the front and puts the stuffed animal in front of the pens?
You know, one of them looks at it inquisitively, and you notice that one of them also has a similar-looking doll, and it's just sort of clutching that in desperation.
Bring you back to her. Be safe. Get you out of this.
I'm just gonna nod and swallow hard and say, "We'll end this. And then you'll be free. All of you. You're safe. Because we'll make it so."
I would like to insight check them as this is happening.
Okay, go for it.
To see if there's anyone that seems like aggressive by this, like where the training took hold already.
Okay. At the moment, they're all still in complete and utter shock. They're just they've been through so much they don't really know how to respond to anything at this point. They're just all so shaken. At the moment, they're just observing you because they're afraid that you might be yet another werewolf. So
Hey, we're gonna get you out of this. Just hang tight, okay?
one gives a very hesitant nod. The rest just keep staring at you.
I'm just gonna take steps away back into the main room, but before I do, I'm gonna look at Zulekia and say, not in a threatening way, but obviously not happy with anything these people have done. I'm going to say, "You and the others wait behind us. Make this right somehow, or we make it right the rest of the way."
She just stares down at the floor as this, but just keeping silence. But your words have had an effect.
Okay, and as I go, I'm going to take the symbol and the chain around my neck and say, "Hello, if you can hear me, protect them, and give me the strength to put that monster out of this world's misery."
as you step forward, as you all, as you all slowly but quietly step forward, you see Lily moving up, and she points up towards some stairs. Yeah, he will be there. It's his favorite place. It's where the kids fight. He's doing that to mess with us.
It's a fitting place for him to meet his end, then.
I'm going to look at Seth, and then to Lily, and say, "We will be there with you. We will be there with you, the whole way. But after all you've been through, I believe you've earned the right to lead this charge."
Okay. And
I draw my silvered battle axe.
okay. And I'm just gonna move you all to the location now, so
Thank you, my roll 20 is going crazy. It's such a big map.
Wherever Ward is, I will just follow, like, arm to arm with him in formation.
and I'll bring Clankers up there with a second as well, but for the moment,
Yeah.
John, I told you we'd do some good. This is a start.
That it is. The two of us might not be good at much else, but there are monsters in this world that, when people like us remove them, it makes things just a little brighter.
Okay. Where are we coming up from?
you climb a series of stairs towards the back, which were around there. You climbed up a series of stairs up there, and you climb up this staircase until, and at first it looks like you just reached the end of the tunnel, but you can see light peering through it. It's like a crude attempt at the secret door. You push through it, and there, and you see a 20-foot diameter ring of stones dominates a rocky ledge on the mountainside. Lying on the ground outside of the circle are several spears stained with dry blood. In the ring, you see spattered blood and small gnawed bones. And in the middle, wielding a spear, the toothless, grinning face of Kirill. Upon seeing Seth's face, the fear slowly starts to be moving. He goes, and his eyes light up with sadistic joy and goes, "Glad you could make it here, boy. Care to step into this ring and face me? One-on-one, just like your old father did."
Nothing will stop me from killing you this time. You will not rise again. And you think I won't use anything and everything at my disadvantage? I will. I'm not playing by your rules. You die here today by our hands.
He starts on and laughs and goes, "Look at you, acting like you were the only one that was hurt. You know what your father did to me on that day? Do you know what he did? That was the biggest night of my career. An entire village's worth of girls, and all the gold, all the booze. We had everything. It was a night we were going to celebrate forever. And then your father, he walked into our camp, all cheerful and smiles, and then challenged me one-on-one to single combat. We all freaking laughed at him. But I decided to humor him. He claims that he was doing this. If he won, he would get the winner would get the girls. But we never intended to keep our word on that. We were just humoring him. So eventually we fought. He got some lucky blows in. I called the lads in, beat him to a pulp. And he still kept getting up. Again. And again. And again. So I said to him, you know what? Just before you die, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do to those girls. But then, I walked into the tents, and all I found was a bunch of dead guards and empty cages. The bastard was using himself as a distraction. They were already long gone. He was taunting me, laughing me. I commanded all of my men to go out and find them, but they wouldn't follow. They just said, no one follows a loser like you. Because of him, I went from Wargface, the most feared bandit on the western coast, to a loser. That werewolf bite was the biggest blessing of my life, because it gives me the chance to tear his pathetic offspring limb from limb and to torment them and get back the power and fame I lost. So come on, boy. Use everything in your hands and see if it saves you from the visceral pain I will give them on you.
Well, this time,
and with that,
as lightly as my father did on you, it ends here.
And everyone, roll initiative.
May I just say, this is the coolest.
That's pretty dope, yeah. Could I have used the time when they were talking to try and study him and see if I noticed any spell that's on him, anything magical, any auras, like weird shit of why the fuck he just got up and walked away last time?
Make me an Arcana check, and I'll turn this down in a second.
And I was gonna say something. Oh, Keldrin and I have to roll off.
Oh gee, oh gosh. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna roll off with you now.
You win.
I do. Yay.
I believe Maldrath goes first.
So I really
Which
hope
is
we
so
can, like,
mean.
pin him down with all of those spears and then let just Seth wail on him with the arrows.
I have an idea, but as soon as Maldrath's turn starts, I'm gonna.
Jonan seems to be frozen.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
yeah.
looking for. Yeah, I'm active. I'm just counting all the initiatives. Sorry.
Okay.
This guy is gonna either be as tough as he talks or just not.
I mean, we have a Seth, so...
We do have a
And Seth,
Yeah.
this guy's in the worst position in the world. He's Seth's rival.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far we've
Alright,
seen
with
Seth
that-
not personal.
Okay, so top of the round, Maldrath.
I'm gonna say, as it hits your turn, Maldrath, I'm gonna act. We're close, so I'm going to tilt to one side and say, if you can, remove his curse. Defang
Wow.
him.
That was the plan. But, do I go straight in? Yeah, why not?
I'll say the root stones are a bit of a difficult terrain, so yeah. Okay. Now,
Oh wow.
this is
All curses.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to be willing. You can just do it.
yeah. So I was wondering if I should add that penalty, but no, you just go straight in, and you place a charm on his back, and he just looked like kind of you goes, no, what are you doing? No, and you channel the energy into him, and he feels he feels his strength fade. He goes, no.
Straight that dog.
Yeah.
I'll just whisper into his ear, a loser in life, and soon to be a loser in death too.
This is instantly my favorite boss battle yet.
Okay, with that, unless you have a bonus action, Seth, you're up.
No, it's just Clankers. Is he gonna? I suppose he's not actually attacked me yet, but.
Clankers moves up next to you, but he hasn't actually attacked yet. I'll say he's having difficulty getting through the stones at the moment. Okay,
he's like
Seth, you're up.
On a step, like donk.
Oh god, it's
My
Seth's turn.
Bonus action to move the hunter's mark onto him.
Okay.
Yes.
And then just dead set eyeball him and then fill his eyeballs with arrows.
That's a hit. That is a hit. The shot fire straightforward, and it hits him square. It doesn't quite get the eye, but just above it. He goes, ah! And is now bleeding profusely because he's lost any of the. You notice quickly he's now just a regular person. He's lost any of the protections his werewolf blood would have had, so he's just now bleeding profusely and screaming.
I'm gonna take a step forward and then fire another shot. Going with a sharpshooter this time.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's a miss. As you firing, get in your rage, and he just manages to. His frantic flight, he manages to duck out of the way of the second arrow, and he's just looks at you and screams, "Damn you, boy! Damn you!"
I'll call upon the energies in me and go for an action surge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk another. Then fire at him.
Go for it.
Disadvantage, right? No.
No, I've got close combat.
Ah, yeah. Because you're.
That is a definite hit.
It's Seth, please. Disadvantage. Ugh.
Sorry, what was I thinking?
That is another firm hit, as this time you shoot him straight in the chest, just missing his heart narrowly by inches. He goes, ah! Ah! He's still breathing at the moment, so.
Oh, whoops, no, the damage was already the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I rolled out.
Still alive at that point, yeah.
Just about, yes.
Yeah, fourth and final shot.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a definite hit. Roll your damage. Okay, as you move on him, you take the final shot. How would you like to finish this?
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty much bury my foot into his chest and then point blank an arrow into his skull.
As he's living around and post screen, damn you! You kick him, pushing the arrow you put in the chest even further forward and clumping into the ground. He gazes up at you in rage, trying desperately to claw at you, but you just firmly shoot the arrow straight into his skull, right through his other eye, and he just collapses dead.
Wow.
Fuck yes.
There is a long silence, a pause, and he watches he gurgles his last. And then suddenly, like before, his body slowly starts breaking down into.
I cast Dispel Magic.
You can you try it. You instantly react and try to dispel whatever the magic is happening, but it's somehow, for some reason, it doesn't seem to be doing anything to affect it. And in fact, I will say, because of your knowledge, you should suddenly realize it's not technically magic. It's part of the same energy that's in the miasma armor. It seems to be part of the land itself, as it slowly begins to it slowly begins to twist round and coil, and let's see, yeah, that's the one I was looking for. He slowly twists and mutates, and then the ashes slowly merge together into what at first appears to be a humanoid form that grows larger and larger and larger still, until you see, standing over you, the grinning face of a toothless cloud giant. He looks down at his hand as if he's in complete disbelief and goes, seems I'm blessed again. The third and final reincarnation has given me this. So, boy, wanna go another round?
I could never
And
get
that's where
bored
we're
of
going to
killing
end tonight's.
No, come on!
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
You talked over Seth's one-liner!
Okay, go ahead. Make your one-liner again.
I could never get bored of killing you.
Yeah!
Hey. And guys,
And that's the way we're going to end tonight's session.
I hope you can never get bored of us killing this guy, because it's gonna happen next time.